Okay, well, we're going to get started. Let's see, I got a couple more people here.
I texted you saying 5 demerits for being late.
Yeah, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Good morning.
Hey, Milo. Hi. Hey, how's it going?
How's it going? What's your name?
Milo.
Mason.
That's Mason.
Nice.
Thanks for coming.
Sure.
Hi, good to see you. Okay, thanks everyone for coming. Welcome. If you haven't gotten any coffee and you're around any and you're online, then grab some. We're going to start. Welcome to 1Million Cups. If you haven't been here before, welcome back if you have. Our agenda, I'm going to go just briefly over the 1Million Cups history. We will have a 6-minute presentation from Brewin Ideas. We'll have some Q&A after, and I'll go over some upcoming events for entrepreneurs that you should know about. What is 1Million Cups? It's actually a volunteer-led nationwide program. There's over 100 1Million Cup communities in the United States, and we are proud to be one of them. We've been a 1Million Cups community for, over 10 years, I think, before I've been here. So it's designed to educate, engage, and connect entrepreneurs together. And so it's authentic connections and not necessarily networking, although that does happen, and it happens probably after. And it's more of a storytelling and a presentation practice and not a pitch. So this isn't a business pitch. It's telling the story about your startup and your ideas. It was started by the Elaine Kaufman Foundation out of Kansas City. And as I just said, it started in Kansas City in 2012. So, gosh, we started 1Million Cups here then from the get-go. When it first started, almost, I think. Well, maybe 2016 when we started. So I said this in 10 years. So they work with communities and entrepreneurship education to increase opportunities that allow people to learn, take risks, and make their own success. It's a opportunity to connect, share resources, and really just to support one another and give feedback. Their tagline is take risks, own success, and be uncommon. The goal is to solve problems over a cup of coffee, 1 cup at a time. There was another tagline a while back that it takes 1Million Cups to get an idea off the ground. I'm not sure where that went. I don't see that anymore, but I know 1Million Cups used to use that tagline, which was kind of cute. Yeah. So next we have Brewin Ideas. They are located right in Chico. They're actually one of our Chico Start cohorts that have been meeting and developing their ideas since January, I would say. We have Mason Kahn here is going to do the presentation, and so I am going to switch over. Stop sharing my screen, so just give me 1 second here. The one I want. And Mason, I will have you take it away. Welcome.
Sweet.
Everybody can see that, I hope.
Hello, everyone. Stay seated.
Whatever you can talk.
Switch stands.
Yep, you can switch stands whatever you like.
Better, I guess. I guess I'll kind of just present to you guys, and the Zoom people can hear me.
Yep.
Yeah, this is our startup, Brewin Ideas. Starting it up here in Chico.
Hold on, Nathan. That was the actual. No, I can't find where you're. This is your PowerPoint. I did it in Canva, but I'm not seeing it now. All right, we're just going to use your PowerPoint. I'm going to go with it. Sounds good. All right, go, bud.
Okay. There's our logo you guys want to see. And our motto is small ideas, big picture. So a little bit about what our business is. We are creating a brand and a platform, so mainly a website as long as other social medias, to tell stories about how entrepreneurs took a small idea and turned it into their big picture. So we focus on entrepreneurs that have followed their passion. So we like sharing stories about passion, but a small idea could really be anything. So me and my co-founder, Jack, when we were first coming up with the idea, we kind of figured we should make it something we're kind of passionate about, kind of interested in. So we kind of landed on brewing beer, as well as could be coffee, beer and coffee. So that's kind of our niche. Our mission is to really tell the stories of how people took that small idea and turned it into a big picture. But with our niche, we are starting up here in Chico with small craft brewers as well as coffee roasters or brewers.
Oh, yeah, I don't know where it went. It disappeared. Okay, let's try that again. You're good.
All right, you can go to the next slide.
All right.
Okay, a little bit of the backstory about how we got to this point. So I did a semester abroad while studying here in Chico, met one of my close friends, Jack Bennett. We just kind of sparked a love for traveling, curiosity, asking questions, hearing life stories. So, I mean, that was just something we totally bonded over and had a life-changing experience while studying abroad. Our first reunion trip, we were down in Newport with a couple other friends, kind of just got ice cream, sat down and started talking about how we could, maybe start our own thing or what we were to do in life. Because, I mean, it had our whole lives ahead of us. We kind of figured, we wanted to try doing our own thing, try being an entrepreneur for ourselves. And then we came to this kind of idea of like every business kind of always starts as a small idea and it turns into kind of something big. So that's kind of the metaphor we use. Like you take a small idea, put a lot of time, effort, and grow the business. It's kind of the same thing with brewing beer. Put a lot of time, effort, ingredients in, and grow it into something nice. So here's the team. The co-founder, Jack, the one I came up with the idea with, he goes to Cal Poly, and he's from Orange County, which makes it kind of an interesting, I guess, unique relationship. But I mean, couldn't have came here without him, so appreciative of him. I brought in my roommate, Landon, who's at a presentation right now. And then I met Coop, who's helping me with the production and editing. All right, so why this matters for either the community or for businesses. When me and Jack first had the idea, we wanted to make sure that our impact was bigger than our intentions, but our intentions matched up with our whys of why we were doing this. So for businesses, we kind of realized in general, when me and Jack were traveling, we like hearing live stories as opposed to just what's going on at the business. We like hearing live stories. So that's kind of what we offer to these small local businesses. We want to hear their story. We want to be able to share that story because if we feel that it connects with people rather than just like a commercial or a marketing ad agency. So really storytelling is what we're going for in this brand. We also hope to create timeless content that can last forever as it's telling their story. They can have it forever, as well as giving them all the content that we shoot, both photos, videos, short form, long form. It'll all be sent to the people we work with so they can have an opportunity to get some new content for themselves. Okay, this is how it works. These are all photos from our first client we worked with at Allies Pub, which is right behind this building. We start with a kind of like a consultation interview. And then from there, we hear the story, decide how we want to attack this project. From then, we get an interview. We have like a weekend shoot, so it takes about 3 days, depending, give or take. After we get the interview and the initial shoot, we go back, create the content. So that's what kind of what Coop is. We edit it. We'll put together a well-made mini documentary, a written featured article that kind of describes it for people that like reading, as well as all of the clips we get will turn into short-form content for our social medias. And then we also have a photography aspect. So we come and take a bunch of photos, like a photo shoot. And all of that content then we post it on our websites, all of our socials. Then they'll also be sent to the businesses that we work with. So they can have that. We will be putting on our platform, kind of like a win-win, if you think about it. Okay, so this is kind of like what makes us different. A lot of people like to compare when they're presenting businesses, like how are we better than a different business? I kind of take a different approach. I feel like we are completely unique. We take a story first approach as opposed to just a regular marketing agency trying to grow other people's brands. We just want to tell the story of how they followed their passion. So that's kind of our main niche. We really emphasize like having multiple different platforms or just multiple different ways of telling the story. So whether that be through the well-made mini videos we post, through the articles we have, through our social media, and through doing that, we could reach new audiences and helping out these businesses gain traction, have their story be heard. That's what makes us unique. This is how people can help. We're going to go through the website, which is still very much a work in progress. And then if you guys know anybody, like we're totally growing from the scratch, from bottom down. So that's how we're planning on growing the brand. And then just, total distribution of what we've created. Here's our contact info. Website's still work in progress, not posted yet, but I mean, this is currently where we're at.
All right, let's
So,
give
yeah.
a hand.
Hey. Do you want to go to the website still? or-
If possible, yeah.
No.
Might as well try to get some feedback on it.
So it is live. So
No, website's not live. We have an Instagram if you want to follow it. I'm waiting to post our website, A, once our content is fully edited and created, and then B, also once I graduate from school. I got 2 more weeks, so
hey,
kind of just waiting for that to be done. I mean,
congratulations.
school's been a headache. I also work a
Be
full-time
tipping
job, so
What program are you in business or?
yep, the business program. Is it possible to do it through my website or would that not?
You can do it on here. Can you log in here?
I can try.
We'll have to disconnect everything then, which will be an issue.
Might not be able to post it.
No. Okay, that's okay.
No. If not, no big. I just feel like I'd get some feedback from them.
Sure, that'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, everything's become to 2 and 3 and 4-step authentication just in the last.
Two-step is the bane of our existence.
Yes.
You can't, in Google Workspace, you can't turn it off. So if you're sharing an email for a whole team that uses like the info at like Chico Start, I can't give it to Milo to have him work on it because it will forever use my phone as the
Right.
two-step. Yeah. And it will not let you talk to their representatives and say, as an enterprise account, you cannot turn off two-step because they want you to have it. Wow. I don't know if you guys have that problem, but it's horrible.
I forget what I was complaining about yesterday, but it was there's 3 steps to it.
Yeah,
Instead of
there's
just 2,
more
and
than
I'm just like,
yes, yeah. For team sharing things, it really blows my mind.
Yeah.
This is a new conundrum for, I mean, it's why I think people are getting work phones and then you work phone. Are you used at Chico State also?
No, I'm not you.
Yeah, I might not be working on here.
Cooper's one of the.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
Yeah.
about
We're
like,
trying.
are you shooting with? I'm shooting with right now. We don't have like a very big budget, so I'm shooting with an Osmo Pocket 3.
Let's see.
All right.
Yeah, but
That's
it's
not
a
a
nice.
Okay.
Good try.
Good try.
Symbol on it and you taught me editing on DaVinci with all my classes here, so we work on that.
so I just open it up for questions.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me go back to
Nice.
Do you have wireframe for your site?
Say that again.
Do you have a wireframe for the site? Is that what you're trying to get in promote, or is this?
It's on. We use a platform. Yeah, unreleased. So that's why it's kind of hard. To,
We went to the.
I can show you guys
went to
maybe.
the launch site.
Yeah.
Get that out there as soon as possible.
Yeah.
It's not letting me go back to the actual.
Presentation.
Yeah. Again, we figured once our first video and article are done.
You have a
So
mobile
it's still won't let you go to the PowerPoint.
of people you want to.
Well, no, that's his. I want to go back.
Again, a nice Chico's such a small town, small community, so that's an advantage of starting here.
I don't want to screen share.
We have like a list of breweries already.
Stop
Yep.
share.
We have our next
We've
week.
just gone back to the other
Yep.
one.
Yep.
Or so coffee roasters in Chico.
100%. Yeah.
6
Perfect.
notifications in chat.
Perfect place to start.
Like.
All right.
Yeah. So right now we.
You got some love in chat. Okay. Does anybody have any questions out there in Zoom land?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
I love the project. Great idea. One question I had was if I could ask, like, what specific questions are you asking these business owners to hear their story? I was just curious if you had like 2 or 3 questions that you'd ask every business owner to like really get their story.
All right, great question out there, Neil. So we take kind of a cool approach. Our team's kind of landed on this. We have like 3 different parts of, let's say, the story. We have one, just like the background, the small idea, where they come from, how they developed this passion, what their previous life looked like before they, took this endeavor of starting their own business. Then from there, we have kind of like the risk, the turning points, like how they decided to go through with starting a business, what their kind of day-to-day looks now. And then the final part of the video is always like the big picture. How can they keep on growing? Like where can they go from where they're at now? And then looking back, like reflecting, advice for the others watching. So we kind of split it up to 3 parts.
Mhm.
Great question.
You want to see if anybody else has any questions?
Yeah, I was looking at you guys.
Oh,
Anybody in the room?
So
Oh my game.
I heard you don't want to label yourself as a creative agency, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Is that
Not necessarily not
Marketing.
labeled. Yeah. Not necessarily labeled as anything. But yeah.
so? So if I were like own my own coffee roaster and I asked you guys to do an expose or vignette on me as a business owner, are you helping with like logo design? Are you doing narrative pieces mostly?
I guess it would more be like content, photography, storytelling in that sense. It wouldn't
So
necessarily.
journalism is
Yeah.
more important. So
More storytelling.
Okay.
But I mean, that could be a different route or alternative of the business we have yet to discover. But that's not where our initial focus is. I'd say.
And are you more focused on posting this content on your own platform as opposed to integrating with? Like, would you send them a package sort
Yep.
of?
So I mean, that's kind of how we feel of like the win-win. Like we build our brand, tell the story on our platform, but as well, it also can send it all to them for them to use, them to have. Because we offer 3 different packages. Actually, I don't know if I mentioned this. So our first one's the signature story, which is like the all-in-one. You get the main little documentary, the article, all the photos, all the short-form content, all of that. Then we also offer if we just do just the videos and the short-form content and the photos, or just a photo shoot, because we can just come in, take photos of everything, send them all to them. So we kind of offer them different packages. That's it.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking of like what if you had quote unquote competitors or who are operating in the same space as you guys locally, and it made me think of Discover Chico a little bit. You looked at their Instagram page.
I think I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of like they highlight local business owners, and they've got quite a big following online, at least for Chico. But I was trying to think of other agencies that are focused on stories and experiences locally.
There's one, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Trails, Tales, and Ales or something like that.
Yeah.
They're super cool. They have a little bit of a different approach. They have a couple different niches that are not quite related, but again, kind of mix of them. But also when they'd be doing like, let's say, for example, breweries or like craft brewers, they just sit down and do an hour-long podcast with people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not quite, doesn't capture anybody's attention.
Sure.
It's not, I don't know, it doesn't stick. So that's, I guess, how we differentiate ourselves against them. That's like the local competition, if you would.
Yeah.
But like, we're unique. We don't take that competition approach. Like, we're just trying to build our own brand strictly out of passion.
Yeah, I think what is working for you guys for sure is that people want to hear, are hungry for local stories like that.
Yeah.
So many businesses are closing down in Butte County right now.
Yeah.
People are craving some positivity.
It's quite literally celebrating these like successful stories of entrepreneurship.
I wonder, because I know you're focusing on brewing and coffee roasting, but I wonder if you could get a directory, even you probably know this, of like new businesses that have formed over the last year, and just reach out to all those people who have just started and to really give them highlights. They probably don't have any coverage right now.
Yeah.
The branding.
That's exactly kind of how we offer it, kind of like
Don't have the marketing money to
exposure of their story and their brand, 100%.
Yeah. But I was thinking of like other people you can work with. New nonprofits are always needing help. Yeah.
Again, that's kind of why we're just starting with our niche, and then from there, a small idea could be anything. So you got to start somewhere.
I feel like there could be some sort of collab between you and Discover Chico, because they've got amassed a pretty big following on highlighting local business owners.
Yeah.
It's just I'm spacing on her name right now, but
Isn't it?
Is it Melissa?
Melissa Thied?
Yeah, she's not getting paid for it. She just
No, she's
Who's doing it?
And then Butte 365 is a big one too that sometimes highlights local businesses.
Explore Butte County.
Explore Butte County, yeah. And then of course there's like local, more journalism things like Chico Soul. Have you heard of that publication?
I don't think so.
Chico Soul, it would be a good one to interface with. They're a local, I don't know if you'd call them a magazine, but they're a journal that highlights local businesses in town.
Yeah.
I had when I was listening to when I had it while I was listening to I was thinking about how when listening to other people who do work similar, but not the same, right, as you guys, like, say Mark Sorensen, that you guys met Mark
Yeah.
Sorensen, right, okay, when he came talking about like how to best deploy on social media and stuff. One of the reasons why his business is successful is because he's kind of he does it all for them. So that could be perhaps in the future a value add where you blast all the channels for them, not just provide them the content, but actually deploy the content for them too.
Yeah.
Speaking as someone who owns a business and doesn't have time to do half the things that come into my brain, right? And I have a team of people who deploy all those things, right? Which is great, but a lot of these small businesses don't. Back to his point. So I'm saying that could be. It's one thing to give somebody the thing, but to actually have them turn it into all the things they need. That could be just
from a PR standpoint, you mean, or
no? I mean,
Actually
like
posting
hi, I have a ton of photos at home. Are they in any albums yet, or have I digitized them, or no?
Right.
Could I give it to somebody to do that? Yes, I could. Should I? Yes.
Yeah.
Have I done it yet? No. But if somebody said, "Oh, here's your photos," oh, by the way, I can do all these things for you, I'd be like, yes. I would have said yes.
So
Still sitting in the same box 5 years later.
right?
So,
yeah, and jumping off that too with your rates, like packages. If you were like a larger house, let's say you're going to deploy the stuff for them, the video content, you can charge different rates for Snapchat deliverables, Instagram deliverables, Facebook Reels, all that has different raster sizes.
Right.
You export it, and they all require custom formatting. So when Cooper has to edit that, he actually has to edit at least 5 different copies.
Yeah.
Your 16:9 master is going on, let's say, YouTube.
Yeah.
And then that's going to get cut downs. And if you were working for like Disney or someone, let's say you do a 2-minute trailer for Stovall, that will have cut downs. You'll do a 90-second, a 60-second, a 30-second, and then all of those get cut down into a Snapchat, Instagram, the 4x5s, 1x1s. And then you charge more for like that package, right? So now you have this whole breakdown of like how much you want to charge for each.
I mean, that's actually pretty good advice. I think we can look into doing that for partners who work. That's not bad.
It's sort of a pain in the butt because they all have different title safes for like all social media, and you have to make sure that everything fits within those borders. Otherwise, Instagram's famous for like throwing a headline down at the bottom and it covers up your text that you just spent all this time working on. And they change it constantly. Like I just posted something that I thought was fine, and then all of a sudden the whole ad that I had made is covered up by an Instagram.
Right.
And not to double that and say you should avoid all of those and try to get people to do their own. How to connect people to their own site, and then you offer a package that's like, oh, you're using Squarespace, so we're going to set you up. And
totally.
if they're already wanting to do that, if there's a gardener who has like a business that's thriving here in town and they need to get a site up, and then you can be like, cool, we've got the video and we're going to put it up on Squarespace.
Yeah.
So how does that sound?
Yeah.
You control and get them to be more empowered, because the reason why Instagram's doing that is because they're making money off of you.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, I was thinking more of what they could sell, right? Like if they have like
value-added packages,
yes,
right?
And that makes people
what they can sell.
Yeah. Again, maybe stemming off from our original niche, like you got to build it first and see what hits, what doesn't. But then from there, like once we work with people, totally can check out different packages. And
So are there different? What's the main focus for your social networks? Instagram or?
Yeah, the website. That's all medias will be pointing people to the website, because I mean that's really
Okay.
So that's where we tell our stories. But then from there, on our social medias, we shout out the businesses we work with. We'll do like trailers with clips of it. So again, totally promoting the main content, which is on the website.
If you need help on the creative side, hitting up Chico State journalism teams and trying to get them not only for copywriting help, but also for some video, having a second shoot.
Or even highlighting your business.
Yeah.
I don't know if you read the article they put out yesterday, but boy, it was a bombshell, and they did an excellent job.
What's the topic?
Their former dean of ag was suing the school and dropped names and had all the receipts.
Oh wow.
It was screenshots of text messages.
Okay.
Wow.
It is good.
Okay.
I mean, like somebody should pick. Some very everybody's been scalded.
Okay. Yeah.
From the literal top. It's Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
I was just, I like it's, did you read it?
Oh, I heard about it.
Oh, you
I read
you
about it
guys,
this morning.
so what I'm trying to say is, regardless of how hot the tea is,
Yeah.
that is excellent journalism.
Mhm.
That they have a good team there.
Yeah, and that hasn't always been the case. So it's really good to see some actual journalism.
What is scaling for you guys? I mean, and are you going to stay here in Chico?
Probably will not. So it's kind of cool actually. Coop will be here a little longer than me in Chico, ideally. I don't know how many more years I have in Chico. But I mean, scaling is being able to do this from wherever. So like, let's say I do eventually move back home to Southern California, have the rest of the team spread out. So my one buddy's moved to San Diego. So wherever we do meet and find the local businesses, from there we can create our content and then send it to him to edit and distribute, or work on it from multiple different spots. Like again, co-founders in San Luis Obispo. So scaling is kind of just learning how we can still create all from afar. Yeah. So then we can continue, content, keep it continuous, and eventually I don't know.
Yeah, so San Diego has a lot of.
Mhm.
It's all California. Like this is the perfect state.
Right.
Yeah, cool.
If you want help next semester, you're more than welcome to pitch to my video classes in Butte. You want they're always looking for internships.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It's sort of hit or miss on if people are. You might have to do some on-site training. And
I mean, he would be under the Coop team.
I mean, yeah,
Coop would be the leader.
The Department of Coop.
Team badge.
Yeah, so I mean that's another just super exciting because I mean eventually the more people I tell it's like strictly a passion project and they're just super interested in it. It's intriguing as opposed to just working a regular job and not loving it. Like this is actually a passion project.
Yeah.
So you're a full-time student and you're working full-time.
Yeah.
And you're doing this. And how do you transition? How do you see yourself transitioning and getting this to be self-sustaining so that this can be your full-time job?
Well, I mean, if I was able to already start this and do our first couple and grow, like I feel like I don't know. It's just if I was able to start this now when I'm in a full-time job, in school full-time, in fraternity, doing this, like I feel like it would thrive when I don't have as much responsibilities. So again, we're scaling it to kind of like I don't know, have a structure of how we built it and how we operate it. So then that way you can scale and bring people in.
Standard operating procedures.
Standard operating procedures.
Yep.
So again, just like having it be really well documented and well written of how we proceed.
Mm-hmm.
So then from there we can scale and bring people in.
He graduates in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Exciting times. Yeah.
Do you have any sort of idols or people that you're modeling your content after? Like there's some vignettes from Vice that you watch.
I guess
you can probably use something on Instagram.
Yeah, well, another thing me and my co-founder kind of agreed on is we've seen so much content of inspiration of how people have already done their own ideas and their own businesses and how they just totally post their own content inspiring others. I feel like I've seen enough inspiring content to try to make something of my own and then pass what I've learned forward and inspire the next generation. The original inspiration for this idea is actually my hometown brewery, El Segundo Brewery. I mean, he got laid off from his job, saved up, night school, learned how to brew beer, grew the brand slowly but surely. Eventually, Stone Cold Stephen Austin, WWE, the guy that smashed beer, and he started brewing his beer there. And then now that brewery just totally expanded all over California. Small idea, big picture. That was kind of like the inspo, telling that story. So that's like the main. You'll know we've made it when you do a piece on that.
Any additional questions on Zoom?
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
The other thing to get connected, I was just at an upstate tourism conference last week. Visit California.
Yeah.
You could submit your things. I'll send you the link for that. I wanted to wait till we got over today, and then I'll send you that information. And there were some content creators that were on a panel too.
Again, very much a work in progress. Like we haven't even created one yet. But
Right.
It's much better than when we first had it.
Right. A list of things that you can go back to when you're ready, right?
All
about timing.
All very exciting.
Yeah. There's a lot more agencies that are now encouraging user-generated content.
Yeah.
So that it's great that Visit California is now doing that as well. It would get statewide attention. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's give them one more
Anything
hand.
else? All right. Well done.
All right.
What else can we do for you, Nathan? Anything?
Yeah, what else can we do to help you?
Hey, sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
This is Jack.
Hey, Jack.
Hey, this is Jack. Sorry, I'm feeling I'm feeling a little under the weather right now, so I haven't really been speaking up here. I'll turn on my camera.
There it is.
There we go. Yeah, I just wanted to come on here and say really quick that Mason and the crew in Chico have been doing a really, really great job. And it's really inspiring what they're doing, considering like less than a year ago we had that initial conversation about kind of showing people's processes of how they took their idea and really made it material. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to them. And it has been a little tough being out here or like not being in Chico, of course, but it's been cool hearing the updates, seeing the updates, and like seeing all those tangible steps that Mason, Landon, and Coop have been taking. So yeah, just wanted to come on here and say that that was a really great presentation, and I guess I keep the momentum going.
Yeah. For
Thank
those of
you.
you that joined late, Jack is part of the team.
Yes, thanks,
He
Jeff.
was the co-founder from Deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Jack. Good to see you.
Yeah, of course. Good to see you guys as well.
I'm sure it's really hard in Cal Poly too.
Yeah, no,
It looks awful.
not particularly. Yeah, it's pretty sunny right here if you can't tell. Blue skies, it can't get much better than this, I guess.
I think there you go. You said it all.
Yeah, there we go. Well, that was really awesome. Thanks for putting this on, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks,
for
Nathan.
sure. Okay. So here's our team. Eva Shepard-Nickel, Natalie Chavez, who's in Japan, and Cassidy Corbellini, who is at the office today. And so I haven't done this in a long time. So
She's in San Jose, so
doing
we're
the best
just
I
doing
can
it
today.
today.
Yeah, so it all worked out. If you want to be part of the 1 Million Cups Chico team, let us know. We always need people looking for their businesses and startups and ideas that want to join us on Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. They have to be 5 years old or younger to present. So if you're interested in volunteering, email us at chico@1millioncups.com. And if you have an idea brewing and you want to be part of 1 Million Cups on a Wednesday morning, our next open spot is May 20th. And
Which is a big day.
It's a big day, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So that QR code will bring you right to the Apply Present page, and you just fill out the application quickly. It takes a couple minutes, and we'll get you on as early as May 20th. Next week we won't be. Our Chico Start team is going to a conference in Sacramento, so we won't have a meeting next week, but hopefully it's the next slide. We are going to be going to a new location, Tech Toss, which is 2155 Park Avenue. Dakota's here right now. Do you want to do a little plug for Tech Toss and tell us what it's about?
Plug for Tech. Tech Toss is a local nonprofit here in Chico that takes discarded electronics and computers and refurbishes them and finds other nonprofits and schools to build computer labs for them. In a nutshell.
So we'll be very tech supported over there for the next 1 Million Cups. As you can see, our conference room is getting a little close quarters, a little too small. So Dakota has graciously offered to let us use the space over there. Moving space. No, we won't. We'll be gracious as well and keep it clean. Yeah. So join us on May 20th. It will still be a hybrid event, but we always want people to come in person since we have a new space. You can still sign up if you want to travel to Corning today. We have an Entrepreneurship 101 course that Eve is going to be presenting up in Corning at the City of Corning offices. And then our next, we're a Grow with Google partner, and we host webinars once a month, one in Spanish, one in English. This one is in English, and it's called Make Your Website Work for You on the 21st. So that QR code will take you to register.
You two should take that.
And